Good afternoon, scholars. Good afternoon, Mrs. P. I hope everyone is doing well. It's a pretty rainy day today, so we can't get outside to play. And I thought it would be a great day to sit together and read a story. So I have the story, The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle. And some of you may have listened to this online last week. If you did, that's okay. It's good to read a story 2 times. I have a little bit of seeds in my hand. I have some little purple seeds, and then I have some longer seeds that are brown. I planted those seeds a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to show you what I grew so far. I have a little seedling of carrot, so hopefully I'll get some carrots. And one of those seeds was for a sensitive plant that we're growing. And those are growing really nicely. They're in this little house called a greenhouse that lets the plants get really warm, and they sit in the sun, and it also holds in the water, the moisture. So those are doing really well. So I'm hoping that those are going to get really big. So I'll have to check back on those. And I keep watering them. Sometimes I sing to them, because they say if you sing to your plants, it helps them grow. And they even like my voice. So I'm going to read The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle, and let's find out what happens to the seed in this story. I like the pictures too. I like in the beginning how this looks like a whole bunch of different seeds flying around. The Tiny Seed. It's autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Where do you think these seeds are going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with all the others. Hi, Luna. Luna always comes around whenever I'm doing a story. She always wants to join in. You want to say hi to the class? Luna wants to say hi. She's not supposed to be up here, but she likes story time. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. It's too cold up there on the mountain for this seed. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. I love these illustrations too. Looks like a little bit of a collage, maybe some painting. One seed drifts down into the desert. It's hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Why do you think the seed can't grow if it's too dry? It needs water. So the desert is not a good place to grow a lot of plants, except for cactus. The cactus can live in the dry desert. The tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Uh-oh. What's happening to one of the seeds? Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It's so small that the bird doesn't see it. That was very lucky. Now it's winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still and the mouse doesn't see it. I like these pictures on this page. Now it's spring, which is what we're in. Spring. After a few months, the snow has melted, and it is really spring. Birds fly by and the sun shines, rain falls, just like today. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open a little. Now they're not seeds anymore, they're plants. These are seedlings, which are tiny plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. That's over here, under the ground. Then their little stems and leaves begin to grow up towards the sun and the air. There's another plant that grows much faster than the new plants. It's a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the other small plants. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it starts to grow. I think it's over here, this tiny one, into a plant. This must be the weed growing really wide and fast. But these are the plants. Uh-oh. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They've been waiting for the sun and the spring. One child doesn't see the plants. Whoops, he breaks one, and it can't grow anymore. It was an accident. The tiny plant, I think it's right over here, that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other has 7, and then a bud and a flower. But what's happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow looms over, and then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. What do you think this person is doing with the flower? Not sure. Maybe he's going to bring it home and put it in a glass of water or in a vase. Oh, a boy picked the flower to give to his friend. It's summer, and now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on, and it doesn't stop growing. The sun shines on it, and the rain waters it, and it has so many leaves. It grows taller and taller, taller than the people, taller than the trees, and even the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from near and far to look at this flower. It's the tallest flower they've ever seen. It's a giant flower. Whoa. All summer long, the birds and the bees and the butterflies come visiting. They've never seen such a big and beautiful flower. It's autumn again. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries the yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. The wind blows harder, and the flower lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger. It shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time the seeds open and come out and fly into the wind. The end. And then the cycle will start again. So I hope you enjoyed this story. I won't see you tomorrow because it's a holiday tomorrow. And I hope that you'll stay in touch and you'll tell me all about what you do for Easter with your family. And please send pictures and videos of anything that you're working on at home. Bye, scholars. Miss you.